All right, so guys, head over to Next.js.org. So basically, we should ask by yourself what is Next.js. Basically, Next.js is built on React. React is a front-end framework used to build dynamic pages. So unlike HTML and CSS, React gives capability to interact with JavaScript. But React has some limitations, so it is only for front-end part. But with Next.js, you can build a front-end and back-end side. So basically, there is communication between client and server in the same application. So we are going to start with some installations. So we use Next.js app router, and there is what we call page router. So you're going to look the difference between those. So the main difference, like app router, is the newest version. So because it allows you to interact with server component where you can fetch directly from the page. But page router is the previous versions. So there is some improvement that are added to app router. That's the main reason we are going to use app router. So basically, you should have some knowledge about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, even React. For us, we have covered HTML and CSS. For JavaScript and React, we are going to look some basics using Next.js. As I said, Next.js is built on top of React. So when you install Next.js, install React at the same time. So I think that's all. So let's start with installations. For app router, here you can find this link. Let's navigate to installations. So basically, they're saying when you want to start the Next.js application, for this example, they're saying the project is named My App, and you have to enter the app and run your dev script command so that you can start your applications will start by default on port 3000. But when there is some application which are already running, you can start on port 3001 or 2 or 3 and so forth. So basically, I'm going to start by creating new Next.js application. So I'm going to open my command prompt cmd. I should use cmd if you are on Windows. You can use anything you want. Either you can use git bash to work the same. For Linux, everything should be the same. So as I said, I'm going to start with this installation command. So for me, I already know how I can integrate this one. So that's the reason I'm trying to show you so that you can see everything. So the command here by default shows there is you can install with pnpm, npm, yarn or ban. So there are some people who don't have npm installed. So in order to start, make sure that you have npm installed. You can check by running npm dash dash version. Npm version for mine is uh, 10.8.2, and you should also make sure that you have Node installed in your PC. So you can start by checking Node the version. So currently I'm using Node version 20. For those who don't have everything, so you can start by installing Node on Node.js download. So basically, on the documentation, you will directly see there is download section. So it will show you everything for Windows, for Linux. So for us, you can see there are different way to install the applications. So you will find your own way, the way you can install Node. You can install it via npm or anything you want. So as you can see here, is this is for Docker for those who have some experience with Docker, and you can also download installer if you want. So for me, I already have this one, so there is no need to do it, but I can show you in a few seconds. So as you can see, the download is finished. So once it is done, you will see in your download section. So you can start installations. So there is nothing to worry about the installation because everything is clear. So they are saying welcome to Node.js, and I give you the installation prompt. So you can go with next, accept terms and conditions. You can choose the directory, then keep doing the next and everything is done. So for me, I already have this one. I'm not going to install this. So that's the reason why I'm not going to continue. For people who have managed to install Node, they can even install npm by using command npm install npm. It will install the latest version of npm. For me, I already have the version 10. Maybe there are some latest version. So you can check them on npm documentation. We're going to use it very, very soon. So let me try to check if for me, I think I already have this npm version 10. So now I'm going to continue. So maybe you can do this later. Let me continue with the Next.js iteration. I was saying the command to install is npx create dash next dash app latest to install the latest version and the name of the project. So our project name is e-commerce dash next. So the installation will start over. They will ask you if you want to proceed with installing version 16. This is the current version. So you can press enter or Y and enter. So now it will ask you if you want to go with default. So the default is like we start with TypeScript, ESLint, no React compiler, Tailwind CSS, no source folder. But since for us we want to customize and we can use arrow key to navigate between those. So like if you still have any project you have installed before, you can even use the previous settings. But if you are starting, you can choose to customize. For me, I'm going with the third option. So the first thing is to ask you if you want to use TypeScript for type checking. Yes, we are using these arrow keys to navigate. So for us, we want to go with TypeScript. You want to use Rinter. Which Rinter would you like to use? For us, we are going to use ESLint. So you want to use React compiler? We don't, but we need Tailwind CSS. We have discussed this before. Tailwind CSS as a modern styling. So then, do you want to code inside source folder? So this is just a prefixed folder on top everything. So we can go with source folder, yes. Do you want to use app router? It is recommended because it is currently supportive one. So you can choose yes. Do you want to customize import areas like the way we we, if you want to import something from any folder, I will use this uh, at keyword and go with uh, the location instead of putting the full path. You can use uh, just a simple path with this at key. So for us, we don't want to customize it. So then we are going to choose no. Would you like to use agent for coding? For people who use AI, you can use this agent.md in order your AI to check their command. For us, we are going to choose no. We don't need this one. So now the installation will start over. So as you can see here, it will install Next, React, React DOM, Tailwind, TypeScript, and Tailwind. So make sure that you will see your project in the specified folder. So as you can see, I'm currently in this location, so which means this folder is in the current directory. So for those who are just starting, you can go with these options. Make sure you choose the customizing settings. You want TypeScript, ESLint, Tailwind CSS, and app router. So for me, I can see it is almost done. So you should see the same output. The folder is e-commerce dash next. So, and I can use code dash period. So now this is the folder structure for next application. So basically, this is the next folder, which includes all build output for your project. Node modules. This is folder for every package modules you have in your project. And we have Fabric for some assets such as images and files. So the source folder is the root directory, which contains everything we are going to check. Like it has the page.tsx. This main page, basically, it is the main page of application. Everything in this one it will be displayed on the main endpoint. So go back to this file that git ignore file, which includes everything you don't want to push on GitHub. So it includes mainly the folder which have yes, yes, proceed. Are you facing any error? For me, I think we should continue, and I'll share this video after I finished everything so that you can go around, check every step because I've tried to explain this in the beginning, and there are some people who are joining. So I think we can proceed, and after when I share the video, you can check how you can install step by step, and I will share some resources that will help you to gain more insight. Yeah, I think you can proceed. Okay. So I was saying this is the file which holds everything you don't want to push on GitHub and should not be tracked by Git versioning. So we have ESRint for renting. Uh, we have Next.env. This is just for type safety. So, and also there's some note the file should not be edited. You can keep it as it is. So we have next config where you config everything like if you want to interact with external application, for image, you can make sure that you can configure right here. So we have package web and package JSON. So these two files are for project modules. So it includes the project name, the version. You should put some script command like a dev breed start. Dev, this is for development. Breed is for production. Then start command is for running when you are on production. So we have renting command for ESRint, and we have port CSS for tailoring. We have readme for project documentation. tsconfig is for TypeScript. So now let's go to the inside source folder. Inside source folder, we have another folder called app. So in case you choose not to use source folder, we start with app folder. So then we have fifth icon. This is the file which is shown on the tab of your application. So include the you can add your logo for your application so that can be appeared on the current tab. So we have a global CSS where you want to add some styling that are going to be shared across the project. We have a layout. This is the file which holds the style you want application to follow. Like if you want all page to have a header, instead of reading header from one page to another, you can use this layout file and put the all the style you want, and every page.tsx file is going to reference the layout.tsx and add their own implementation. For page.tsx, this is the important file which render UI on a website. So as you can see, this is a JSX format. As you can see, it includes the function and return functions. So basically, this is the function name. You should make sure that it has the return function inside. So if you want to generate something like this, I would recommend you to install extension named we can say React. So React Native. Uh, that is the one. Yes, ES7 React Redux React Native snippet. So make sure that you can install the same extension. We are going to use this extension to generate some basic um, code snippets. Instead of reading everything from scratch, this extension can help us uh, to have those some code snippet. So let's continue with this one. So in case you want to run this application, there are different ways. So you can open your terminal by using you can use Control, Shift, and backticks. So it's a control, uh, yeah, Control plus Shift uh, plus backtick, something like this. So you should learn this command if you want to open your terminal. So for people who want to use uh, the easiest way, you can choose this this icon toggle panel. So it will open a panel for you. So basically, this is your terminal. Make sure that you are in the current terminal tab. So there is another way of opening this one. You can go here on three dots and choose terminal, and you can go with new terminal, and the command you can use is Control Shift Backticks. The same for Linux. You can uh, you can use Command Shift Backtick. So it is somewhat the same. So let me open new terminal. As I said, the command for running dev application is dev. So can use npm run run dev. So as the documentation said, it will start on port 3000. So basically for me, I have the existing uh, application running. So which means if I want to use the default one, I have to stop the current port running on port 1000. So how I can do that? Uh, so I'm going to cross this one. So I don't know if you can see my screen very well. Let me try to uh, increase. So the command we are going to use is we are going to use command for Windows since I'm using Windows. We use command net start. For Linux, you may use different command, and I'm going to use for me the Linux one, and I find uh, the port 3000. I think this is the correct command if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think to make it clear, I can do a thing like this. So basically, this is the process ID which is using this port. For me, I can use the same command to kill this project ID 37040. So I can see the port is not being terminated, so I can use /f to make it permanent. So now I can see the port has been stopped. Guys, I think we can proceed with the npm learn there. Since for you, you don't have any application learning, should see the same output. The application should start running on port 3000. So you can open this one by copying this and open it. Oh, sorry, I can see it is failed. So it will start on port 3000. You can even press your cursor on top of the link. Indeed, they will show you you want to follow the link. Yeah, you can open it to restart in your VS Code. So like this one. So as you can see, this is the default page built by Next.js. So for us, we are going to update everything and start from scratch. So for some people, you want to open on the browser, you can still open your browser and put the same link, it will open right away. So I think guys, this is the default page for documentation by Next.js. So if you want to update anything, make sure that you reference the page.jsx file. So for me, I'm going to delete everything inside this file so that we can start from scratch. So currently, I don't have anything inside this file, which means by the time I come here and refresh the page, it will show me a blank page. As you can see, there is nothing there. So which means there is nothing to display, and you can start from scratch. I have said that you should install ES7, React, Redux, React Native snippet so that it can show you some code snippet. For us, we are going to use command RFCE. So RFCE, what does that mean? It's going to give us a code snippet for R function of React, which is the export component. You can use even RAFC, which gives you a React function component. So for me, I'm going to use a React R function export component. So it gives you something like this. But if you don't want something like this, you can start from scratch. So what it gives you the code snippet for basic React. So as you can see, it import React and it create a page, and it is going to use the same name of the file. So that's how. So then I can go back here and see we have now new text which named page. So for me, that is the first page I should have for this one. But for some people, you may want to build it uh, from scratch, but I highly recommend you to install the same extension so that you can have the basics code you can start with. So I can see there's some people who are joining now. So I don't know why they are joining very very late. So now we can proceed. Then we are going to build the e-commerce. So I'm going to name this one. I'm going to name it homepage, like this one. So homepage. Here I'm going to use the same uh, structure we have used before. This is just HTML code you use here. Nothing new. Everything you are gone through it. So here on this one, have the entire div. So this inside this div, I'm going to create the h1 element, and I'm going to call this one e-commerce homepage. Yeah, that's the thing that I want. So now you can see this is the e-commerce homepage, and the better thing to do, I'm going to preview this while I'm coding. So I can do it right here. I can do this. This should be right here. Okay. Guys, could you tell me if you can see everything? Hello? Okay, good. So here I'm going to continue with a paragraph. So I can say uh, the components below uh, will represent uh, the product cards like this one. So as you can see, this is what I have, and I can add some styling. So here in the main div, I can add some class styling. So for this framework, we don't use class as it was, so we use class name like this one and put double quotes. So I don't want to do that. So we should have something like this. So then I don't want this one. Let's stop it. So now I want to center everything. So which means here can put everything on the flex. Items should be in the center and justify in the center as well. So now you can see everything now is in the center. So and now what I can do, or now here I can use grid since I want to show everything vertically. So that's all. So the next thing that I want to do is just to make sure that I can add some styling event right here. So how can I do it? It is simple. So okay, here I'm going to give some styling on this text. Like I can say the text should have some color. As I said, we can use a text and put the color you want. Let's say, for instance, I want to use green, and after the name, you have to specify the font of that color. So it is started from 50, 100, 200 up to 500. So from I'm going to use dark green for the title, and here I can even add some other styling like text dashboard maybe, or here I can put a font. I can make it bold, so the text size should be large, like this one. So for the paragraph, I can add some styling. So I'm trying to show you this because I already know that we have gone through, but you may be missing uh, some insights. So that the reason I want to use the font here should be semi-bold, and the text should be medium. Uh, Medium, I can see medium is not there, but I think a medium, have a medium. So I can see everything is there. Or other things not working the way you want. Flex, uh, the flex direction should be flexed. Uh, let me see. I should use it inside for this one. Maybe let's put the styling for this, so I can do this text dash center, and the same thing for here, can do text dash center. So we are recapping. So if I want to see, I want to separate these two things. So here I can put margin on the bottom for about 2 pixels. Uh, I think that's all. Okay. So now this is the first div element, and I want to add a new div. So I want to add these two inside their own div. It should be in this div, and I can add the comment. For comment, I'm going to use control and forward slash to give you these comments block. So here I can say this is just this is a header, a page heading like this one, and the comment should not be displayed right here. So I can add a new div. So this is uh, a page contents. Okay. So then I'm going to add a new div element. So it will open new div. This is for product. So here I'm going to start one card for product. So my product should be in the card of div. So this div should have height, should have width and everything. So the same thing we did, I'm going to start by adding the image. For Next.js, we don't have used to use image tag like this one. It will work, but it will raise an error. So let's say, for instance, I'm using the previous one. I'm going to add the location very soon and art tag. So this is the image tag we have. So by default, it will raise an error. Using this image tag could result in slower LCP or high bandwidth. They recommend you to use image from next-image. That's the reason we don't want to use this one. So I'm going to delete this one, and I will start importing import image like this one from next slash image like this one. So then to tell me this image is declared but is not used. So I'm going to delete this one and add image I've imported. So the same thing, I'm going to grab some product images. So I will add them inside public folder. So here I'm going to open this. Let's search for product images. Yeah, there are some product. So let me close this one. So I'm going to use this one. This is the first one. Let's save it where our project is located. So by now I'm going to create a new folder on the desktop. Let's call this one images. So this one is a product one. So the next product will be let's grab another product. We have the second product, which is product 2. Let's grab the third one. So the third one should be product 3. So I want at least 6 products. This one should be saved as product 4. And let's grab, I think, let's do 6, 5. and we remain with the sixth one. So this is it. Okay, let's put six right here. So I have everything. So I'm going to cut everything that I have here, and I'm going to insert everything inside the VS Code under the public folder. So as you can see, everything is there, and I'm going to start with sourcing them. So here I'm going to reference the first one. So here, everything inside the public folder, you can start with dot, then reference the folder name. So since they are in a public, I don't have to reference any folder, and the rest they are in different location. So here I can start with product one. So they are saying this image should have the width and height. For now, I'm going to give it a width of 100, and the height should be 100. So I think that's and here they're saying that should have art property. So here add art um, product one image. So they're saying that this location is not there. So I need to put the extension. Maybe it would be better if I can do this. Okay, this one. Okay, I think we don't need to reference this location. What is happening? Do this one. So let's see. Um, I think we have referenced the same folder. The one thing that we can do here, uh, let me check if I can use the full location and everything will work. So let's do thing. I think you have to use a JSX format like this one. Uh, I think this one. You can see it is still failing. So the thing that I can do here, let me find another way. I'm going to import it on the top. Let's import. I'm going to name this one product one image. So it should be from. So here, if I use art, I should start with the source folder, but for me, I want to reference the public folder. So let's move a little bit up. So here we are no longer in a source. We can choose a public and then product image one. So here I can now use the product one. Now I can see the image is there. So here I'm going to give it uh, let's give it a name. Let's say for instance, so product one, and can put some description. Let's say is a description for product one, and this one. I think you get it. So here, uh, I can add the price. Let's say the price should be here. Let's say, for instance, this product cost around. Maybe I can still use a paragraph. Uh, Let me use a H1 moment or H2 since it's for price. Here I can use $20. And the last thing uh, is just a button. So here I can add a button. So button I can say book now. So this is just a card. We are going to style this one so that it could be styled in effective way. So the first thing I want is just to make sure everything is going to be centered. So in order to see it very clearly, I'm going to add a class name. Let's put some margins, so of 5, so that it will not keep touching this. So let's start the code. So class name. So the beach color should have at least, which color should I use? Uh, Here I can choose any color. Which color would you prefer, guys? Anyone? Which color would you want to use? Huh? Anyone? So let me. But there's some people who are making some noises. Maybe you can mute yourself. So here I'm going to use the default background. It is white, but it would be better if I can use another. Let's use a green. So the green one, uh, not visible for now, but I can see it is there. So another thing that I'm going to do is to round the corners. So the people who are making noises, maybe who is this one? The guy should. Yeah, I can. Who is success? Success, you can mute yourself. Okay. So here I was saying that I'm going to run the corners. So I can say rounded dash nd. Yes, I can see it as upright. So the another thing that I'm going to do is just to make sure uh, there is some padding inside, there is spacing, so I can put padding of 2. So which means every content should be given a space. So let's move forward to the image. For image, I'm going to use some styling. So styling is, I want to use the full width to detect the entire width. So as you can see, now it is fitting. So should be rounded, rounded dash MD as well. Okay. So now for the text. So for text, I should have a, a class, a class name. So here we should use text dash print. I'm trying to use the simplest thing so that you can get insight. I have seen that the title should be a little bit bigger. Now it is bolded, and the size should be even bigger. Let's say 2x large. And for description, we should do the same. So I'm going to use the same styling, but here it is somewhat different because I'm not going to use green. I'm going to use red. So the font should be semi-bold. I think semi-bold. Yeah, semi-bold, and the text should be large. Okay. So here there is one thing remaining. So this one, I want the price and the button to be on the same row. And the reason I want to use another div element and put everything inside. So then here can say I will do a little bit later. So let me start by styling the button. The button I want to give it a background of white, and I want to give it some shadow. Shadow dash black. Okay. So the next thing is to give it some padding. I think I can put 2. Yeah, maybe 1. Yeah, 1 is enough. So rounded dash MD. Yeah, I think the button should be on that. So for this one, I want to give it green color as well. So green, and should have the same styling, I think. Yeah, that's all. So this is the price, and I want to display everything on the same row, and I want to put items in the center, but we should display them on their sides, so they should take the entire space. So basically this is the first card, and if this is the card, I can uh, proceed with the next card. So here, let me do it this way. I'm going to add the comment saying like product card one. Okay, and here I want to grab everything and add product card number 2. So which means everything that we have one like this one, No, here not. Want to use two. Even here, it should have the image number two. Something here, image two, like this one. Image two as well. And the price should be 30. So I want to import this one. So the way I can do it, I can duplicate this one. I'm going to do it for all images. So I think this should be uh, image 2. Here is 3. This is 4. And this is 5, even the sixth one. So I think we have two products. Okay. So then I want to duplicate this one so that we can have all those product card. So this is for the third, the fourth, fifth, and the sixth. So let me start over. The first one, the second. So for the third, I can do this. Yeah, I think should do these three here, and here I can put 40. And there's something for this one. Can do this 4, and this should be 4, and the product price should be 550. So the next one is for the fifth one. So you can put fifth. The something is here, and here it should have 60. And the rest one is the fifth one. Here can put 6, and here should put 70. So now I think you have this one. You can see now everything is going to be displayed. Um, it's going to displayed one by one. But this is not what I want. For small screen should look so nice, but on large screen is somewhat different because you can see it is taking entire space, and we want that on the right screen should have at least more than one product card. So how we can do it? We do it the same way we did it before. So I'm going to minimize this. So here I'm going to use styling like a grid. We want to use a grid columns. So by default, we start with the one card for small screens. For medium screens, we use a grid of two cards. And for from the large screens, we should use grid 3. So for large screen, you can use uh, 3 cards. So how can you see that? You can try to expand the size. So here we are trying to expand. You can see on medium we have 2 products. On small we have only 1. And on large screen we have 3 products. So there is no spacing between. So that's the reason why I need to add some gap between them. Here gap should be 5. Yeah, maybe 5. Yeah, you can now see there is some spacing between them. So the same for large screens. So basically this is it. So the thing is, the image don't have the fixed size. That the reason this is taking even a little bit rush. So, but that is not the problem. I can fix it here. I can put the image should have different height, but it means not the good one. So, of course, if I do something like this, let's start with 4. So it will start with the entire height available. So you can see it is taking too much space. So here I can be specific. I can put like or 30 pixels. So this is not an issue that you could put something else, but it is going to be applied. So now you can see it is going to be applied on one item. But for me, I don't want to do that. Let me put like 36. So 36 is like having 144 pixels, as you can see it here. It's 9 rands. So let me try to check on this. I think I can even put a little bit more. Then put 48. So, and I think 48 is just enough. So let me copy this one, should be applied to all of them. So let me check the output for the first one. 48, I think it's good for me. Looks nice. But it would be better if it is a little bit large. Let's put 56 and let's see. Yeah, I think we can proceed with. So then the next thing is to apply the same styling on all images. So I'm going to return back to the previous codes. So I want to reference everywhere, have this command. So and replace with this one. And I think you should have the same format. So now you can see every image should have fixed size. But this one you can see it is not visible. So but that's the main idea. So the next thing is to know how you can build another page. So on Next.js, as I said, is a folder based. So if you create a new folder and put a new file named page.tsx, it's going to create new routing. So here on documentation, if you want to check how it works, here after iteration we have done this and it will explain you everything you need. So the setup, the start script. So here they show you the pages, the some files. So for us, we are going to check for linking and navigation. So you can see by default we have a layout. So this is the the formatting file, so which give you the styling across the entire uh, directions. So here you can see they have created another folder which is called dashboard. Uh, for us, what we need is just to create another page. So here inside app folder, here I'm going to create a new file, a new folder. So this one is booking. So I should put book or booking, and should uh, should have page.tsx. So inside. So here, if I run snippet React R function to give you this page. So which means even though on this page, if I try to go for slash book, this one, it will show me the current thing that we have. So here, if I try to reference the page that is not exist, like named page, it will give you this 404 saying not found. So basically that's what we are going to do. So what we're going to do, we want that anytime user clicks on this button should be redirected to this page. So how can we do that? So back here on the product card, so on booking, there are different way to navigate. So you can make this one as a ring, or you can use on click command of button. So let's see, if I want to make this a ring, I can update this one and use it. Maybe let's import it first. So here I'm going to import a ring. Uh, this one should be from next-ring. Next-ring. So it works the same the way we use anchor tag in HTML. So here, if I try to use anchor tag like this one, it will work the same. So let's reference bro. So for the first product, you can see I'm trying to reference Brock, but Brock is not there. So, but if I try to add a, you will see it will. Let me try go back and go to booking book. It is taking a little bit time. Let me try to refresh and click on book. Now you can see we are on a book page. So basically that's how we can do routing. So I'm going to add uh, some some content on this book page. So here, as I said, I will be using a link instead of anchor tag. So right here should put a link like this one to work the same. Alright. So then I'm going to copy this. I will use it everywhere on this button. So let me go back to the previous code. Oh, it is not working. Okay. And I want to reference everywhere we have this. So for each and every card should have the same pattern. So let me try to do this. Yeah, we have it. So now we're going to check. I want to put the ID of that product as well. So how can I do it? So here, if you want to reference any parameter, so you can do it by adding a path inside a square bracket. Like this one, I want to add the book in ID. like this one. So which means if I want to reference any ID on this one, I should use ID inside. So for me, I'm not going to do that since I want to use the same page. So here I can do this. So now whenever I try this, you will see still it is giving me the correct thing because this is going to be taken as an ID. This is just a parameter, and for us, we need just to put the exact ID of the product. So for this one, I'm going to reference one. For this one, I'm going to reference two. For this is three, and this one should be four, and the remaining with five and a six as well. So now, after saving, you will see it is still working because the page is there. But whenever I try on one item, you will see now the parameter has changed to 1. So now I want to take the value in parameter. How can I do that? So on this page, I want to reference uh, product. Then, for instance, product 1 page. In here, this one should be dynamic. So I'm going to update this one, uh, saying this is a booking. This is a booking page like this one. So even here I can put booking page. So I think you have this one. Let me try on another product. So now you have two, and I want this one should be dynamic. So how can you do that? Uh, I think on this documentation they don't give you everything, but you can see here you can still get some parameters. So how can you do that is just using props. Props is like expected value for certain function. Like if there's a function of adding two numbers, we are expecting number one and number two. For us, for this page, we expect what we call parameter, not just those props. So here inside this function, I'm going to receive params, and we want to be specific. Since we are using TypeScript, it will give you an error that the parameter you are referencing has any type. There is no type assigned to this one. So we are going to put the interface of this parameter. So should be on this. We want to check params like this one, where params is just a promise. So let me check for documentation. Which one should I say to here? That is just a promise, which called the parameter name and the type of that parameter. So params is just a promise, promise like this one. Let me check again. Promise of type of that slug, but for us it's just an ID, not a slug. So here I will do this. So here I want to check for ID, where ID is just a string like this one. Okay, and we still have an error saying the params is declared that the value is never used. So here we want to reference uh, that one. We want to get in parameters only ID. Make sure that the name you write here or here is totally the same of what you have here. Unless you are going to use uh, the slags should be dynamic. So here we want to check everything from params, but since it's async function, it will return promise. So here we want to make this one async, and you can wait so that instead of moving to the next for the next operations, you want to make sure that this one has finished its work. So here we are going to use JSX to reference the value. So you can't put ID like this one will not work. So here this is where JSX comes from. It's like a JavaScript extension mode. So because here I can put some values like 2 times 2. So we use these curly braces. I can put 2 times 2 like this one. Here you will see it's 4. I can put 2 times 9 to be 8. And for me here I want to check for that ID. So now you can see you have ID here, and now you can see the same parameter is ID. So when I do this on the fourth product, now we have 4. So basically this what we want. So the another thing that I want to show you is how you can use components. Already you have seen that we are creating this code repeatedly for product 1, product 2, product 3, up to product 6. So instead of doing this, you can use what we call component and make sure that we have one component that is going to be used across entire product. So I can do it inside source folder. I'm going to create another folder named components. Make sure it is inside a source node app folder. This is two separated uh, app folders. So here I'm going to create a new component named product card.tsx. So earlier we said that components are used to be reusable. Since we are doing the same thing, we want to minimize the code instead of applying some modification to each and every product defining. We can just use only one. So here I'm going to generate uh, RFCE, R, RFC, yet functional export. Yes. So now you can see it is going to have the name of the file. So that's all. So then it will take different things. So that what we are going to define here, named as a props, like this one. So basically, props should be here, like the way we said here. You put any name. For me, I'm going to use a props, but for you, you can use anything else. You can use product items. So by default, saying that there is no type assigned, I'm going to create an interface I've said since I'm going to do it on more than one item, and like on this one, it was just for ID. As you can see, text only single line. Here I'm going to use what I call interface. So interface is going to give us capability to define more than one type for such items. For us, I'm going to name this interface product card props like this one, uh, props like this one, and should have this format like this. And they're saying there is nothing inside and it has never used. So here I can fix this one first. So the thing that I have is that this one is never used. So here I'm going to have a product should have image. So the image should be string like this one. So the name should also be string. Okay, the next thing is what the product name. The name is the description. Description should also be string. Okay, then we remain with price. The price should be string as well because it should have some fraud. Then the next thing that we are going to do, we should have ID to make sure that every and each product should have its own ID. So it should be one, two. So ID should be unique and a string as well. So this is the uh, everything that we are going to use here. And here I want to display all the props you have been assigned to that product. So it is saying like, let me do this. Oops. I think there is only thing remaining. The props does not exist on tab of product card. So here, what you can do uh, is check just to check the interface. So let me check how you can do it. For me, I think everything is clear here. Let me check the interface product card props. I think this is good. I think what is the meaning? Maybe it would be better if I can destructure everything here instead of just doing props like this one. Let me take it one by one. So let's take the name, let's take description, let's take price, and what is? I think that's all. Oh my god, I think they should be named props, but let's do this. everything. Now, want to check ID and everything. So here, let's do this. Like this one. Okay, I think this is what I need. Mm, okay, now I want that here. I can use the component that I have defined. Can you see we are running out of time, my guys? Okay, what we have? We have some. Maybe let me do this. So import. Let's import product card. I think the name is product card from. And now you can use art to reference everything in the source folder and put slash. Here you only have two folders, app and components. For me, I'm going to go with components, then the product card. So that's it. So then here I can put it right here. So then I'm going to do this. So now there is an error right here. They are saying here there are some missing properties such as ID, image, name, description, and a price. So for me, I'm going to put the default ones. Maybe ID should be one. It would be better if I do this one. The name should be like this. The name should be this one. Sample name. Guys, are you following? Okay. So the description should be uh, sample description like this one, and remaining we have price. So the price also should be a kind of string like this one. I can put can put let me put two. Okay, I think we already have this error saying the type number is not assigned to type string. So earlier we have defined that ID should be string. So here I don't want to make it a number because sometime when you started with getting some data from the database, you may need the ID which is string based. So, but for now, the price and ID we have it as a number. So I'm going to update it in our props. Here, let's put a number for ID, and here I want to make it number. So the good for TypeScript is like it erases an error before the code even lands. You don't want to upload everything so that you can get an error. So you get an error where you are coding. So the remaining one is like the image is missing. So here you want to put the image right here. I think the image was the first one. I can put it right here. So the image should be, maybe let's take product one image. Okay, what is this? Um, this say like the static image data is not signed to the above screen. So maybe uh, let me say what I can do here. The image should be type of string or should be type of static image. Static image data from next dash image, like this one. I think this should work. I think there is no error at this moment, and you should see something. Product card, the ID is one, sample name, sample description. That's all. So then, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the same code for card instead of doing this manually. So I can grab this without removing anything, and I'm going to replace with this statement. So now it raised an error saying this this data is not there. So which means we want to use the data we are trying to reference. That's what we're going to do. So for me, I'm going to use here the image we are using, and here can put I'll say that this one should be paused for a couple of time. Oh, there is a missing image here. Image is not there. Okay. So for art, I think this should be dynamic as well. So I'm going to use the JSX mode instead of using these double quotes. I'm going to use these backticks so that I can enter in the JavaScript mode. So with this one, with these backticks here, I can put some values which are dynamic. Let's say, for instance, uh, I'm going to use the product card. So here I can put something like this. I think this should work like this one. I can put ID. I think ID like this one should work. So what is the meaning? The JSX element class does not attribute because does not have a process. So if this one is not working, we can still move this one. No worries. So what I can do, instead of putting that, I can put name. So uh, guys, what I can do here, state is complaining that alt tag is not accepting this one. So what I can do, I can still remove this one. So they are saying that oh, this image, maybe let me try to update this. Should be having a different name. So let me use image source. Okay, now here I can use image source only. and right here should be image source. There's something here, it has updated. So what is remaining is just this one. The JSX element does not support attributes. So the main thing here is that we are still having some issues. Let me try to see for the previous ones. Let me copy everything. Copy, where is copy? And let me try to update this. And let me try to import everything. So here, from here I can import image as well. And ring import ring from next dash ring, like this one. Import with small letter. So I think the problem was I didn't import image tag. That is the main reason. So here I can now use image source, and now error is gone. Now you can see even you have this one, it is not going to uh, have the previous ones because I have tried to get the image. So let's say for instance here I'm not using the the first image, I'm using the second one. So with props it will change dynamically. So let's proceed with this one. So I say that this one should be also dynamic. So by using backticks, so I can move this to and make sure that this one should reference ID by using JavaScript mode. So this should be ID. Okay, the alt tag. Okay, I think this one also should be dynamic. So should have a sample name. Yes, that's correct. And this one should be dynamic by using a description. So we have sample description and the price here, the dollar should also remain there. What I can do is just put another JavaScript mode or for price. Yeah, we have to. And H should also redirect to dynamic uh, endpoint. So here, instead of putting one, I can enter in JavaScript mode and put ID right here. So I think that's all. So here the ID was one. So I think even you have a product image for two. So here what I want to do, I'm going to remove everything we have here and make sure that I can use one component to display everything. So we are running out of time, but guys, let me try to finish this one. I'm going to create a constant array, so which are uh, product listing. Maybe we can call it product data. It's just of an array. So this array it's equal an array, not object. This is array of different object. So the first object is product one. The second one, maybe let's I can do this like this, but it would be better if I can go one by one. So I can do one and update everything. So the ID here for first product is going to be named one. So I'm going to get everything right here. So the next thing is image. So the image should be product one image. So the name here should be a string of product one. The description like this one of product one as well. So price should be 20. I think that's all. And here I'm going to do deprecation until we get 6 product. So here, let's put the second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, and sixth one. So I'm going to update this. So every time you have here one, I'm going to update one, and you should have two, like this one. Maybe I can go even here. Here I can put three, like this one is four, is five, and the rest one is six. So here, we have 30, we have 40, we have 50, we have 60, and 70. That's all. So then we no longer need all this product anymore. We don't need it. So now I'm going to remove everything since we have only one component. So now we have only one displayed product. This is it. So I'm going to use this data, product data, uh, to render on the same component. So how you can do that? There's some different JavaScript function that you can use to loop on this object one by one. So what we are going to use is just a map function. So here I'm going to enter in a JSX mode and call product listing data. So this is the product data. So here there are different functions that you can use. So we have entries, we have a find index. Since it is an array, there are different functions you can use. You have for each, where to give you uh, ability to go for each and every entry. So for us, what we're going to use is just a map function. So you can see map and for each should work the same. So map function will return a new array, but it can group one item inside an array. So for me, I'm going to use map function, and for each items, I want to name these items product, like this one. Then this one should allow us to apply some functions. I'm going to use arrow function like this one. Then inside this function, I'm going to use this component. So in this array, I'm going to return this component like this one. I think that's this one. Yeah. And here they say that I'm trying to reference data, but there is no key. So every time you are trying to do thing like this, you see, even I didn't do anything. But this one is like a for loop. For loop, it is going to loop for entire elements and go one by one. So for each loop, we are returning this product card. That's the reason why it has deprecated 6 times. So as you can see here, we have 6 items. But the thing is, we want to use the same data from product data. So which means should be dynamic. And here, for the time you are looping on the any iterator, you have to define the key, which will separate them. For us, the key should be ID of the product, and the error is gone. And you can see the ID is not defined. The reason is we have defined product, not ID. That the reason we have to do product dot ID. You see, we have every data we want. Like this is ID, and here the error is gone. And you can do the same for this. The ID should be product dot ID like this. And the same thing for product image. So you can use a product dot dot image like this one. So for the name, I will use a product dot name. I think for now we are trying to have differentiated the data for product image and the name. The remaining thing is for description and the price. So guys, I'm going to use also here the product dot description. So the last one is product dot price. So basically, this is what you should have at this moment. Let me try to expand this. So you see you have a dynamic product. So if I want to apply any changes, there is no need to update one by one product card. So I can come here and add some stylings. So like for instance, uh, here on this button, let's say for instance, I don't want this background for the entire card. I want to use the default one, like this one, the background color, and you can see it is not visible. I can use a shadow and a shadow dash black, like this one. So here it will give us another shape. As you can see, the same card, but every update is going to be applied on all those items we have. So guys, that is the good thing about the components. So I think we are running out of time. So I would like to give you this time to tell me what you are thinking about this, and if you have find some challenge, you could raise that one, and you can also tell me what you could expect from the next session. Yes. I think for installation, we can fix today because the next time per timeline you already know that we remain with this on this week only. So what we covered is just this JSX props, and there are some different things that we haven't go through. So which means the next part is about the backend. So we design some API, we interact with database. So I think it will be broad. So it will be better if you have an issue to raise it this time so that it can be fixed right away. So the floor is yours. So if you have any issue, you can share your screen. I can guide you, and others should also follow. But if you are okay with the video, I will share the video. But if you face any challenge, you can still reach out either on WhatsApp. Yeah, but for I think that's all for today. So what you can do for now is just for you to start practicing. I'm going to share the video and everything so that you can go step by step, and you will find that there's some there's some information that you may find helpful. So for me, I'd like to continue, but the times didn't allow. Maybe next time we can take even longer. So basically, that's all for today. Output you have is this one. I think this is what you already have on the previous. Anyone with question? So if there is no question, I think we can call it a day. Yeah, thank you for joining.